we'll be looking at October's energy, and we'll be doing an energy update to see what energies will be affecting us this month. This month I am feeling a need for grounding as well as smoothing out the groundworks. And really it's a focus on the foundations of things, and that can be the foundations on personal projects, relationships, money, education, but there's a sense of grounding as well as focusing on stability regarding certain components of our life. I'm feeling something regarding blockages. Be spontaneous. And what I'm getting is to not hold ourselves back. It feels that October's energy is focusing up on our child self, and it feels that our child self is going to be more in the forefront of our mind. And it's about connecting with that child self, but not allowing yourself to be completely pulled in, completely drawn in. It's about being able to acknowledge your child self, learn the lessons from your child self, heal your child self, but not allow your child self to take you out of alignment. Allow the experiences of your child self to become a part of your alignment. Be spontaneous. So I'm getting thoughts and ideas and what's the word? Like creative impulse. Act upon your creative impulses and your inspiration and allow yourself to bloom. And I'm getting throat chakra. Allow your throat chakra to open up. It feels, okay, what's being shown to me is that through your throat chakra, your child self is going to be able to express. And maybe that's even talking to people that are still in your life that affected you when you were a child, not in the most positive way. This is a time when you're going to be able to express to those people how they did affect you in the past. So we're using the Nature's Whispers Oracle deck. I'm getting that transparency is key. It's key to the evolution of the mind and the expansion of the heart. So we have shift your energy and keep your dreams alive. And again, if you look at this image, this looks like a child, and it's funny that this child's blue when we were speaking about the throat chakra, but look at the mouth. It's almost like they are like this whole image is almost as if it's coming from this person's mouth, as if they are blowing out. They are expressing. And when it's speaking on keeping your dreams alive, it's really, I'm being pulled back to you staying within alignment with you being able to express yourself. Well, more so talking about expressing your child self. When it comes to expressing your child self or keeping your dreams alive, it's that when we look into our past as children, we can see the whole scope of things. We can see the things that used to get us excited, things that used to get us scared, the things that used to just make us happy and joyful, make us sad. And if you also look back, you can see what you wanted to be, who you didn't want to be, the people that you were scared of, the people that inspired you. And again, it's going back to go back, and whilst you're expressing the things that people may have done to you, the things that people may have the things that people may have did that affected you negatively, also go back and look at the things that people did to inspire you, the things that people did to help you see what dreams you wanted, help you really gain a better understanding of all the different possibilities that you could have. So yeah, sorry. So also look back at those times and okay, I'm getting find your true self. Whilst this image is full of so many different components, the one visible, really clear thing is this individual, this child. And what's coming to me is that you need to go back and find your true self, because within your child self is your true self. Your child self is the self of the version of you that is most connected to source. It's the version of you that's just come from source. And it's when we get older that we become tainted, that we begin to lose ourselves, that we begin to forget the connection. And and that's pushing me straight to this card, the shifting of your energy to go back. And when you're going back into your child self and you're regressing, and that is the shifting of your energy, sorry. Okay, and if you look at this card, what is this person doing? This person's searching for something. They're looking for something. They're looking in the earth and trying to find something that was lost or something that's hidden, and I'm being pushed to this is us. We need to be looking and finding our true selves. And it's not that we're not connected with our true self. You may be watching and you may be saying to yourself, but I found my true self, I know who my true self is. It's not saying that you don't know it, but there's always more to be discovered. There's always more colour to the picture. I'm getting that when it comes to the children, this month in particular, and for some reason I feel that this is going to be happening in the months that begin with M, so March and May, but I don't know why that's just coming to me, but for some reason, and sorry, that was of next year, but what I'm getting is this month, when it comes to the children, they're going to be saying things that are going to seem a bit strange. And when I say strange, I just mean it's going to be as if they shouldn't be able to, the way that they are going to speak, or it's something about their speech or what they're saying or the language that they're using that's going to seem a bit more mature or spiritual. It's almost like, how do you know that? But what I'm getting, it's like starseed children and indigo children. I don't know why, but I'm hearing like the candles being lit. And for some reason I'm getting like a special time. And the hearts of man. I don't know why, it just feels something to do with children and the impact that they are going to have or are having on us. It feels like they're doing their job correctly, that they are in flow and becoming more in flow with nature and the universe, and and it's not for us to take them out of that flow. some reason I'm getting messages to do with children. It feels that we need them at this time to continue spreading their light, continue spreading their love, because the light and the love that they spread is authentic and it's not tainted and it's not forced. It's just natural. It's just who it is that they are. You are worth it. Well, that's so strange. Sorry, it's not strange at all, but I just, a minute ago I just said how the candle's been lit, and then the next card that comes out, we have candles. So I'm definitely getting that there's been like an igniting. I don't know, I feel that there's more of a sense of like imaginary friends and just more of a link with children and their spirit guides. So if they are beginning to talk more about like spirit guides or imaginary friends, though it's not for us to tell them that that's not true. It's instead of telling them that it's not true or that it is an imaginary friend and it's not anything more than that, maybe ask them a question. Ask them, what are they saying? What are they seeing? Who is this person? What's that person's name? Are they nice? And just encourage them to explore their spiritual senses. I'm getting that if we are not necessarily connected to source the way that the child is, and we may not understand what they are going through, that the encouragement of that child to discover more about their spirit guide or their imaginary friend or their spiritual senses, to discover more, is going to help them to raise their vibration, and in them raising their vibration, they will then raise the vibration of those around them, including yourself. Okay, so the accumulation of vision. So this month, this is what's happening. We are being able to see more, and even more important than that is it's about understanding. We're coming to a place of more understanding and less judgment, which is very healthy, and that pushes the transformation of Earth. It excels the transformation of Earth and Earth's consciousness. And what I'm getting is that with this, the lack of judgment and the clearer vision, the lack of judgment is enabling more people to see and more people to express what they are seeing. And the lack of judgment also causes people to not question what they're seeing in a way that stops their growth. Like, for instance, sometimes when we think we've seen something, maybe a spirit, we quickly can say to ourselves, oh, it's just my imagination. But that's because we have a fear of judgment and a fear that what we see means that we're schizophrenic or that we have mental health and so on. But because there's this lack of judgment and the judgment has lessened, people are more willing to see, and because they're more willing to see and because they are seeing and there's a lack of judgment, they're not questioning in a way that's taking themselves out of alignment. So again, I'm getting the removal of, I want to say, old thought patterns, and I think that came up last month in September's read. I'm seeing it feels that with this card, sorry, this rusting of the leaves is representing the decaying of old thought systems and old beliefs and ways of being that do not serve us going towards 5D Earth. But it feels that those thought systems are being reused, if that makes sense. It feels that they are being put back into the groundwork okay, because it's coming through again, because I remember last time when I said that it feels that those old thought systems are being discarded, that they weren't being discarded, it's just that we are able to use them in other ways, we're able to see them in a different light, and that's again what's coming through again. It's not that they are being burnt away, it's that they are being added into, so the lessons of the teachings that we gained from these thought systems and these ways of thinking and these ways of being, they are being reused. I can't explain it, but I can give you an example. It's almost that so you have a tree and you have leaves or fruit or whatever, and those things grow and fall onto the ground, and the tree sucks back up those nutrients from the leaves or from the fruit that's fell off the tree. It's that these thought systems are falling back onto the ground but being reabsorbed into our consciousness, being reabsorbed into our systems, our energetic systems, in a way that nourishes us, but it doesn't give us the negative impressions in our mind. I don't know if I'm explaining it well, but that's the best I can do with that message. I don't know why, but I'm feeling that we're being watched at this time, and it could be by like the ascended masters or angelics or beings from other star systems, galactics, or Gaia herself. But I am feeling this energy of us being watched, but we're being watched in peace. It's almost that there's been so much interference, but this month, and when I say interference, I mean interference from other beings, from other dimensions and other star systems, but it feels like this month we're just being watched and things are very, I want to say stale. It's almost that I can't say that whatever's happening has just begun, but it feels that the catalyst is evident, and there's been a pause in the interference because divine timing is taking over. Divine time has always been there, but it's like there's a realization that what has happened and what is happening has begun and is happening regardless. And for some reason, that's just being watched. Earth's just being watched. We're just being watched at this moment. Almost like we're being left to just deal with whatever on our own. I don't know, but we have inner truths on the bottom of the deck. Okay. So we're just going to pull one more card from this deck. Higher grounds. And this is where we're heading to. Higher grounds. Where we are fully bloomed and fully within our divinity. Okay. Again, the child in this image. Okay. For some reason I'm getting it's almost that it's the children's turn. It feels like to be acknowledged, to have some, I don't want to say to rule, but to have some control of some sort. To make decisions. To be creative, to be free. To be first priority. For some reason it feels like children were lost but now they're found. And children are our link to the spirit world on a mass level. If enough children stayed connected, I'm getting that the reason why there's lots of crime and a lot of silencing of children is because they are our link, they are our spiritual link, they are the power. And if they was kept in alignment from birth, the grand and dramatic effects that would have on planet Earth as a whole and the people of Earth would be huge. It's almost like the children really are our saviour. They are the link to the spirit world, to our divine selves. And if we keep them within their divinity, their vibration will be able to help shift us towards the age of love and oneness and wholeness. Okay, so I'm just gonna burn some sage to end this video. I thank you for being with me, for being present with me. I send you peace and love. Ashe.